Welcome to Shop Talk, your all-access pass to the heart of the motorcycle world. Every week, we fire up the mics with riders, builders, legends, and celebrities, bringing you raw stories, wild rides, and real talk from the road and the garage. From custom builds to killer events, we're covering the culture that keeps your wheels turning through the week. New episodes drop every Sunday. Watch on YouTube or listen wherever you get your podcasts. This is more than a show. It's the sound of wrenches, good times, and the open road. This is Shop Talk. Now available on Cycle Source TV through Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android TV, iOS, and Android.
Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is just after 9 p.m. 9:03. We're getting closer. We're getting back to it. You know, as the spring has sprung and the flowers has riz, we're almost at the point. Heather, I can hear every stroke of your keys. My goodness, she's chomping at the bit to get in with us. Here's my crew.
Did you say flowers? Flowers and
I did. Flowers is risen.
I don't even know what you're talking
It's
about.
spring,
No,
man.
so it goes, spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the flowers is.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Evil Rick in the
That's
house.
it.
They're going to be under my lawnmower if I grow my yard.
He's like that old guy from Plants vs. Zombies.
I don't even want grass. Alone
That
flowers.
was. I don't know if my mom's watching, but every spring, as soon as spring started springing, you'd hear my dad say that every year, without a doubt.
Okay, so check it out, man. If this is your first time watching Shop Talk, welcome to the show. We do this
Shame
every
on you.
Sunday. Yeah, shame on you. What's wrong with you? Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, we go live with this. It's everything that we do in the magazine that accompanies this madness, Cycle Source magazine. So we do the same kind of stuff. We do feature bikes, we do tech, we have products. We bring a guest or two on, and, we like to start the whole thing off with a segment we call what?
The news.
There you go. First up in the news tonight, along with Heather's clickety-clack, is Harley-Davidson launching a brand new program called Ride. Harley-Davidson back in the saddle again. And if you see the iconic bar and shield, that's part of it, man. After the hardwire and rewire programs, the motor company is getting back in the saddle to focus on the ride. I invite you to head over to Dealer News and watch this video. It's too long for us to play on the show. But what the whole program represents really, and I'm going to bring everybody in to talk about this, is Harley-Davidson's renewed commitment to what I think what it is them committing to the core again. You know, that they're actually talking about what it means to ride a Harley, what it means to be part of this community, what it means to be part of this culture, and how they, through the leadership of Artie Stars, they want to make that part of the company again. I could not applaud them enough for this. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
It's
you.
exciting.
That's it. That's all I get from you guys.
Appreciate you.
No, I think it's awesome. I think it's a long time coming that Harley-Davidson needs to start supporting the core again. I really do. I think they were misguided for a good number of years. And I think the people that are at the core of Harley-Davidson are finally have a voice again.
Yeah, bring it back to
And
the
I think
ride
it's
instead of the money.
fantastic.
Amen. Amen. The ride is where it's at.
Yeah.
So listen, I want to address something real quick. Shortster says, hoping to hear more about this Panster. So if you guys didn't see our social media post,
Wouldn't it be a Spanster?
why would it be a Panster? Because it's Sportster.
Spanster.
I think the hierarchy of it, you know, pan at the top, you're doing pan, heads, cylinders, then the Sportster bottom end, pan, stir. So this is something that, like I said, this was part of Dennis Stemp's Ironworks magazine lineage, and we're super stoked to be part of this. Marilyn had called us and said that after years and years, after Dennis passed away, I think in 2003,
Yeah, the early 2000s.
at the very young age of 49, terrible, but he was absolutely one of my heroes. Dennis coined the phrase the thinking man's Harley magazine, you know, and really for a large part of this culture, he was responsible for making this into more, like giving us journalists and giving us, real depth in this. Even though we all knew it was here, people started to realize that about us through his work. And some of the bikes that he did, his projects were always really cool, man. And this one was his last one, and it never got finished. It's gone through, several hands because it's not the easiest build. I mean, there are so many things. Not only is it a Panster, which it's going to be, pan top end, Sportster bottom end, Ironhead Sportster bottom end, but then on top of that, it's 2 front heads of the pan. So it's going to be
Confusing.
It's going to be heavy. Probably going to have some special cams built for it and all kind of crazy shit. And I'll tell you how daunting this task is going to be. I brought it up to Steve Broyles and he went,
"Oh boy."
Oh.
Yeah.
I said, "What? Isn't this exciting?" He goes, "Yeah." So
the only thing I will say is that thank God I love you, Marilyn. Because when Chris was like, "Oh, we just need to finish this motorcycle," I was like, "Well, it's Maryland. We have to."
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he picked it up yesterday, and I went, "That's not a motorcycle.
Well, it's
That's
sort of
boxes apart."
Yeah, right. It's sort of, but it isn't.
Well, when she first told me too, I was like, because I remember years and years ago, it was at Tonetti's shop, right?
Yeah.
And I remembered seeing it on the lift and seeing it as a pretty much whole motorcycle. So when I talked to her, I was like, "Well, what's the problem with the bike?" And she said, "I don't know. Like they can't figure out what's the right front end for it." And I was like, "Well, if that's it, I can finish that in a weekend or two."
Yeah. And then she's, but
Yeah.
when I got to the bike the other day, I was like, "So where is it? Where's the bike, man?"
Well, I think the funniest part is since the time she called, and I love you, Marilyn. So if you're watching, I'm not dogging you at all. From the time she called till the time Chris got to the place to get it yesterday, Chris and I kept saying to each other, "So why couldn't people finish it?
Yeah,
why didn't people finish it?
There was some really big
I don't
names.
understand."
You know what I mean? Like there was some big names, so it wasn't.
Right, we're like,
yeah. You have to hand make the push rods. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is going to be no easy
what?
fight. Oh yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
You have to make push rods. You have to.
Oh, Marilyn, I do love you an awful lot.
You have to adjust the fact that this is not the intended angle for the even like the push rod tubes, and it'll be a trip. It'll be a trip.
Yeah, and I don't think some of the big names that had their hands on it weren't capable of finishing it. I just think
all those guys like a challenge. You know what I mean? Like
right.
one of the guys that was involved in this, and probably the reason why it has 2 front heads was Don Tilley. Tilly from Tilly's Harley-Davidson. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that screams like, so I can, in my head, I'm saying, okay, I'm getting the idea that they're going for like an XR kind of deal. And, since Ron Truck was involved, it has the correct parts. Should have the correct parts.
I'm questioning.
Should have the right transmission. We're definitely going to take a look at it.
Well, I'm questioning if Marilyn just thought you had way too much hair and she thinks maybe you need to pull a little bit of it out.
Apparently I have Marilyn fooled because she thinks that I'm way more accomplished than I am. And the truth is, I called Barry Wardlaw already. I called Steve Broyles. I called Pipes. Every motor guy I even know. I'm like, hey, man.
By the way.
I'm going to need some help over her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, well, let's get back to the news. I'm super stoked about it. So all of this stuff that we're talking is just in jest. Hey, listen, if you want to make an example of what it is to be a motorcycle rider, Hollywood still goes to Harley-Davidson, boy. When they want to express how cool it is to ride a motorcycle, that there's nothing like putting one of their V-twin motorcycles into a movie. And they did it again with Indiana Jones' latest offering, with Indiana Jones and the Ring of some shit or another.
It's a Ring of Fire. Is it Johnny Cash and Indiana Jones?
Hey,
right?
listen, Indiana Jones is cool. I'm not saying that.
Well,
the Dial of Destiny.
You just watched an Indiana Jones marathon last weekend.
I love it, but look how cool. Even in 2026, if you want to represent American motorcycle, Hollywood still picks a Harley. Screen used Harley-Davidson Softail Slim, which you would think this thing goes right back in time. Look how well that thing plays off the role of an old police motorcycle.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Right? So it's going up to auction. That's the big deal. And whenever we figure out what it goes for, we'll definitely bring it up and tell you guys. But really cool to see that. Every time I see one of the other brands of motorcycles in a major motion picture, I'm like, man, I can remember for years and years that was only a Harley. It was only a Harley to end up on the big screen.
I'm going to start the bidding at $11.
Yeah, good luck. Let me know how long you're in. Hey, here's another story, and this comes in from the Rob Report.
Oh boy.
It says with jubilation this is expressed.
Jubilation.
Yeah, how about it? I actually said that. I worked that into a Shop Talk news report with jubilation.
That was pretty good.
Rob Report is exclaiming that Royal Enfield's first electric motorcycle is finally here.
Oh my God. Well, that's
Listen, all the stuff I've been saying about Royal Enfield going in the right direction.
Yeah.
What the hell are you thinking?
Well, gas prices are up.
What happened?
I think the only thing that could possibly be construed as the right direction for this is the price point. It's going to be right around $3,000 American, which, if you look at the U.S. counterpart to that, is about $18,000.
Yeah, right.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, you can't buy an electric bicycle for $3,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
hey, maybe
if it gets somebody on because they can afford it and then convert to combustion, amen.
Get some people on the seat. I don't disagree.
I'm just saying.
Not hating.
I'm not hating.
Well, I'm just saying if you can convert them.
He just turned the lights up.
I don't know.
He's turning the lights up.
Facebook coming through as a reel again. What the hell?
You cut it out.
It's real?
Wow, big words the handmade. But no, Robin Hangabottom is saying that Facebook, this show, is that what you're talking about, is coming through as a reel? And now it's gone.
And it's gone.
Stevenson Cycle, 15, and now it's gone. What? 16 days, 11 hours.
I'm so confused.
You guys are killing
800
me.
at Costco, Mark. I'm so confused.
He's talking
I
about
can't keep up.
bike. Wait, yeah, I don't care. Electric bikes suck the air out of the room when they start on fire for no reason. And that's why I love the people who watch this show.
If you want to burn your house down, buy one of these bikes, put it in your garage.
There you go.
Winning.
Insurance. That's...
Can I get an amen?
Okay, this last news story from motorcycle.com and
no big
Triumph.
word here? No big word on this one?
No, this one, this is a sad thing.
Oh.
Triumph Trident 800 recalled for wrong headlight configuration. Low beams may not be set up properly for markets without daytime running lights. Triumph recalling 26 Trident 800 models in the U.S. because their headlights may have not been properly set up for North American market. The recall after 258 units in the U.S., though Triumph estimates only 16% of them may be affected with the issue. So I'm betting what this has to do with is any other forward-facing lights, according to inspection law in the United States, when the high beam comes on, the other lights have to go off.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they're saying the daytime running lights, when the high beam goes on.
Yeah.
So the difference.
Gotcha.
I'm not
it could be
sure
worse.
I'm right about that, but yeah. All right, man.
Let's just go with it.
So, Crazy Chuck watching. What's up, Crazy Chuck? Gordon Olaf's in the house.
Crazy.
So listen, you guys may have got the news that we've signed on to be part of Thunder Beach this year. We're actually part of a small contingent that wants to bring some chopper culture back to the beach. And our guests tonight run a thing called the Iron and Chrome Collective, which is a motorcycle museum on wheels. Looking through their site has some really, really cool stuff year after year, and can't wait to get a chance to talk to them. And we're going to be with them just after a commercial break. They're waiting in the wings right now. But we're going to go real quick and check out a cool feature bike. When we come back on the other side, we're going straight to the Iron and Chrome Collective. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network.
Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
I'm Irish Rich, and we're in Sturgis, South Dakota. This is the Chrome Nun. This was in Street Chopper magazine. The frame is a frame that Jesse J's built me in 2004, and there's 2 of these frames. I have one, and Jesse had the other one. And basically what it is, it's a CFL frame from here back, and then from here up, it's an El Diablo. It's about it's 1.5 inches out, and it's 2 inches off. It's a 35-degree rake, and I thought that the frame was so nice it should be nickel plated. So Sport Chrome in Westminster, California, did the nickel plating on it. Kurt Taylor in Novato, California, a good friend of mine, did the paint for me, and Hellbound Mike did the motor. And I picked up a couple basket cases from him, and this is a 7986 shovel and Baker 6-speed. As you can see, it's got a magneto ignition, but the oil tank isn't up here. I wanted that negative space through here. So it was one of part-timer Steve's very first chopper he ever built from the ground up. We prototyped this oil tank around the back fender, and I changed it a little bit for this one, but that's where that came from. So this is actually the oil tank right here. And then we've got the electric start. Well, people look and they see the magneto, they see the electric start, but there's nothing here. So everything, all my electrics are in a box underneath here, a waterproof box. And so this is where the battery is, this is where all my electrics come from. All the wiring is run through the frames. Got a lot of parts on here that you probably won't find, like the wheel is an old Dick Allen wheel, and it's not one of his Kragers that he used to make. It was before that. It was a Centerline. And he converted it, the Dick Allen hubs and that, and then Rick Labriola did the adapter for me to go from the Japanese bolt pattern on the sprocket to the Harley bolt pattern. He did that for me, and oh my God, there's a lot of stuff on this. B is old. I've had that for a while, but a B runs really good on the shovel. So it's got an Anders B grind frame and a B carb, and that's a hard combination of bit. It's 86 cubic inches. I built the collector, and Dick Allen was a good influence on that. If you look at it, it's basically his style of collector that he used to build. And I don't know what else I can tell you about it. There it is. I'm Irish Rich. We're in Sturgis, South Dakota, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Oh, nice. Paul Yaffe product, huh?
Yeah, man, so excited.
Got a new build?
I do. It's aren't you Paul Yaffe?
No, I've never met the guy. But I do know you can get all of his products at DennisKirk.com.
There you go.
Is this me? Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Listen to Not Paul Yaffe. Get all your Bagger Nation products right now at DennisKirk.com.
This year at the Thunder Beach Rally, we're taking a trip back through motorcycle history to a time where skill and precision were the pride of every rider. Cycle Source magazine presents the Rodeo Games at Thunder Beach Rally. Barrel roll, slow race, weenie bite, and the ring toss. Real skills and no shortcuts. With a chance to win $100 in every event. Don't miss the Cycle Source Magazine Rodeo Games at Thunder Beach, May 2nd at high noon.
Hey, I'm Ron Fleener.
All right.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, we dropped his
Please Color Factory, you're watching Shop Talk.
Renamed him.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio. You're watching Shop Talk. Glad to have you here with us Sunday nights, 9 p.m. We go live with this show, and we are rolling into the second part of the show. The best part when we bring our guests in, and this year, man, this is our first year at Thunder Beach. You know, us personally doing activations and stuff. We've had our boy Roadside for a number of years has covered it, but every year, Billy from Twisted Tea is telling us that we got to get there and we got to be part of this thing. And this year, with the new Twisted Tea bike, which is the 250th chopper that we're calling the Great American Tea Machine, which you can sign up for today at twistedteabike.com. You'll get to this little page right here, and all you have to do is put your name in. You don't have to buy anything, and you can sign up to win that bike. But Billy wanted us to be there with the bike, so we decided, hey, let's pull out all the stops. We're going to have bike games and give away money and some prizes and stuff. We're going to go down and support everybody that's doing chopper anything, so we're bringing one of our choppers that we can go on the ride with their chopper ride in. We're putting a bike in the Iron and Chrome Collective as part of that show, and we're going to bring you everything that we can from start to finish, and hopefully we're going to influence this long-running rally with a little bit of Cycle Source chopper culture and see what we can do with that. But in that vein, we started hearing about this Iron and Chrome Collective. Heather, you have the look of intense study. Like, what are you undergoing right now? Tell everybody about it. You're just like,
I'm answering comments and I'm posting links.
I know there's so much tonight, right?
She's moving and shaking.
I know, it's
what
so good.
bike
We
are
have
you going to put
people.
in the collective? There's the question.
The S&S bike, we have to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that bike so much, and like
that fits.
It seems a shame that it's just been here in the office for like 6 months now, so we want to let it out on the road.
Looks good. Looks good in the winter.
Radar wants to know where the dog is.
No dog tonight. I can't. Listen, I got to tell you. So first of all, before we go to our guest tonight, if they'll just give us 1 second to be patient. Heather's mom is recovering from a surgery, and we all want to send our blessings and prayers for continued recovery for her. That also means that Heather is in New Hampshire helping out with her mom, so she's not in the studio with us, which leaves me and Mark to ourselves. There can't be anything extra in here because there's way too many buttons and shit for us to get wrong to do this show.
Well, we were going to start one of the bikes earlier, and we talked ourselves out of that. So we rode.
He wanted to see if we could actually ride him around inside the office.
So we rode the scooter around for a little while.
You could probably ride bored to death in the office.
Milwaukee Mike is here.
We can give it a shot.
Milwaukee Mike's here.
The other problem,
Andrea.
The other problem with that is you guys don't need to know about my personal life, but at home, our dogs have this habit of getting up 17 times in the middle of the night, sometimes together, sometimes individually. But I miss most of it apparently because I'm sleeping. And now that Heather's out of town, dear God, last night we almost only had one dog. Like last night, one of them was going to die. One of the dogs was going to die. Yeah.
I see Andy. Andy's in the house really for Carol. Apparently, Carol is coming through Andy. That's what I'm figuring. Hi guys. Hopefully, I think you're in Pigeon Forge. You in Pigeon Forge now? Think that's where they're headed.
What I think is really funny is that we've had Nugget for almost 11 years, and Chris is just learning this. I haven't had a full night like 11 years.
Bullshit.
Oh my.
Bullshit. So, like I was saying, tonight's guest, Bernie Sebesta and Tommy Sandegard. Look how well I say that now. It just
rolled off.
You know what I mean? I used to screw his name up every time I tried to say his name. I felt so bad. I finally got that right, but they're running a really great program, and we're super stoked to have them here tonight. So let's get them on, because we're not only going to talk about the collective and what they're doing, we're going to talk about this movement to bring choppers back to the beach. Let's get them on here. What's up, fellas?
Hey, good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Good, man. Good to see both of you here. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us on.
So let's start with Bernie. Bernie, tell us a little bit about yourself. You have a motorcycle shop. I'm going to bring the page up here real quick. Ruthless Cycles.
It's me.
Tell us about that.
I started the whole thing in Germany about 35 years ago. Moved here in 2012, brought the whole shop over here and built bikes in the sunshine without all the hiccups with German engineers. They won't let you have custom bikes on the streets for, I would say, major surgery, which is easy over here.
Yeah, that's over there. You guys have something called the TUV, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that's a major pain in the ass. And when you guys hear us talking over here about motorcycle rights and the right to repair and like all the stuff that we're talking about, keeping the EPA at bay, anytime you get the opportunity to talk to somebody from Europe,
yeah,
and you get to hear what they deal with the TUV, that's what we're trying to stop from happening over here.
Hope so.
What part of Germany?
Stuttgart, Germany.
Where is that in relation to, I don't know if you know a town named Gießen?
Gießen is in Hessen,
okay,
and Stuttgart is in Baden-Württemberg. So Stuttgart is more south.
Okay. We have a very, very good brother, Oliver Brook, that's from Gießen. We keep promising that we're going to get over and see him, and he wants to take us to German Bike Week, but haven't been able to do it. He was over here as an exchange student at the local university, and when me and Mark still worked at the Titty Bar, Ollie came in one day to interview for a bouncer position. And we used to call him the big German because he was enormous. He was enormous. He was there on a football scholarship. He was giant.
Yeah.
But we wrecked him.
There was no interview. He walked in the door and we just hired him on the spot.
We hired him immediately. But then we proceeded to ruin his life.
Yeah. He was so awesome. Such a great guy.
So starting a shop in Germany, getting over here. You and I talked a little bit before the show when we were getting you guys set up for this, man, and you really want to see some of the custom culture come back into the beach a little bit more. You have some pretty strong feelings about it. So tell me about that.
Absolutely. I try to get all the youngsters back into riding choppers and building their own bikes. Take some whatever you can find, a crash bike, a stock bike, and just make it your bike and build a chopper, build a motorcycle that you want to ride.
Yeah.
So that would be the plan, get the youngsters back into the cool stuff, not the boring whatever.
Well, and I think culturally too, you know, motorcycle culture used to be immune to some of the whims of popular culture, right? And I think popular culture has invaded us a little bit, and they've given us that idea that, you know, he who buys the best shit comes out on top a lot, you know. So there's a lot of high price parts and stuff in the industry today, and we've kind of lost a little bit of what you're talking about. We've lost that, hey, take something and put your time in it and make it your own and make it better, because for me, I like you feel like that time in the garage, that's half of what we do here. Like if you miss that part, you're really missing it.
I see it the same way. If you can take whatever, a piece out of your trash bin, whatever, your throwaway part, and make something else out of it, I think that's what the whole chopper part is about. A lot of people think building a chopper is hanging all kinds of chrome shit on it, and that ain't it. Chopper comes from chopping, chop stuff off, make it less, make this thing cool, make it go wherever we want to go. That's it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I believe chopper is what you make it. If you can't, back in the day, like Chris was saying, we had a barn with a set of torches and an arc welder. And we were making crazy shit, man. And everybody's like, "Oh, you can't ride that stuff." And we went out and raced the son of a bitches. So I do believe that you don't need a catalog to build a chopper. Dude,
I remember
believe that.
I remember one of our first rake jobs we did on a soft tail way early on, and we did it with a cherry a cherry
torch what the hell was the name of the torch? Not the brazing rod, the big bud, a bud torch.
Yeah, rosebud.
Rosebud torch?
Yeah, a rosebud torch. How did you know that when we didn't? Wow. We're getting old.
Well, I haven't rosebud torch
yet.
But
the funniest,
that was hard for you guys.
The funniest
that was
part,
really hard.
The funniest part wasn't the rosebud torch. It was a sawzall for the neck. Then we heated the whole neck up with like cherry red.
Digging bar, sawzall, digging bar, and a rosebud torch.
The digging bar. Like, I think about that today when
I wasn't even there, and I know.
When I'm putting a frame on the frame machine, I think about us taking a digging bar to a frame, and then we had the balls to ride that bike.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Rode the shit out of it.
It's amazing you're still alive.
So listen, Bernie, I want to talk to you because, that idea of where chopper started and where custom started for us over here, back in the late 60s and early 70s, it was still about taking... Oh, boy.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything, but we lost them.
Oh, boy. And they're gone.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we can get them back.
See, Milwaukee Mike knows that it was Rosebud, too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm a little down on the weed today, so I'm lost on words.
I used to have to be on weed to get stuck with something like that, and now it's not, and I can't even say I didn't sleep a lot or anything.
I've had like 5 weeks from sitting in this chair, so I'm a little lost. And I have no screens. I have nothing. I can't see anything. I'm out of my element right now.
So do you know how I know that I've spent way too much time with you, Chris?
What?
I had a dream last night that we were somewhere in Texas, and we found this big old warehouse. And there was like a motorcycle frame outside, and like a Servi car frame. And somehow I met the guy and I arranged for you to go in, and I scored us a 1953 Husqvarna.
Nice.
A KZ1000 for $1,400. Like, it was just all this crazy stuff.
Okay, so first of all,
and I'm like, I spent too much time with my
First of all, I just want to say, you've never been this hot to me as you are right now. The fact that you found me a barn find 53 Husqvarna, I can't even tell you what that means to me. Most women wouldn't even know what the hell that was.
Oh, it was just so funny. I'm like, why am I dreaming about this? This is not right.
So Gordon Olaf said Tommy and Bernie are not IT guys. It's okay. Listen, if you guys are watching on something else, or if anybody's watching for them, you guys come back on whenever you're ready. We're here. We're able to talk until the cows come home.
So jibber jabber our way through anything.
Totally okay.
But
it's something must have happened, like somebody's phone went dead or something like that.
Yeah. Part of my dream was an argument about what is custom.
Oh, geez.
Like,
don't ask
how
me that
do
question.
you have to do to your bike to make it custom? And I was like, oh, good Lord, I'm out.
Come on, really? let me hear some.
Well, that's like asking, like, what is a chopper? Like,
that's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you what a chopper is, but everybody's like, well, custom is this and custom is that. And I was just like, I like literally banged my head against the wall.
The
I was
big
like, we're
question
not
is,
doing this.
what do you consider a custom motorcycle?
What the hell? Stop saying that.
That was a big debate here.
It was a big debate.
Yeah, I got a really horrible answer, and I won't tell you who's
it still is a big debate.
Yep.
Yeah, like what is a custom motorcycle?
So, Chris, what is a custom? All right, let's start with Mark. Mark, what is a custom motorcycle? What's custom? Like, do you have to cut the?
I think. See, I'm going to say no. You don't have to cut the frame. I'm not saying you have to go that far, but to me, custom has to be something that you have hands in the majority of the bike. Yeah. You've designed and you've fabricated, and to me, I think that's more more considered custom than just, I cut the frame.
Yeah.
You could have a stock bike with a cut frame, and
I don't think it comes to just a cut frame either.
Nope.
I used to think that. And you have to understand, like back when me and Mark were still young, well, first of all, motorcycles were still powered by leather belts, but also like cutting frame was really the only thing that you could do. Now there's so many things that you can do, and so many different, motorcycle families that it starts with, and like cutting the frame is not always the thing that you need to do, but custom is like you put your hands on it and you've changed the factory application. You've changed what the factory did.
I also think, let's not go to the extreme to where some people say, oh, if you just put a set of handlebars on, that's custom, or you just change the seat or put a sissy bar in it. To me, custom has to be something that you actually put some thought and time into. Putting a custom paint job on a factory motorcycle doesn't make it a custom motorcycle.
Okay, so
I don't care what anybody says.
So
we have the guys back. I just want to make sure they know that we know they're there. I'm dialing in their shot a little bit so that we have them.
We're getting ready.
Back in frame. But go ahead, Heather. What were you saying?
I was going to say, so James Kaysen, who I believe is a new viewer, so welcome. He says, in his opinion, custom is when you put a lot of aftermarket parts on. Choppers are more homemade built, right? Question mark.
No.
No.
Because there are a ton of aftermarket parts that you can put
and
you can get for your chopper.
Let's go on the record. Let's go on the record with this, because this is a conversation that I was having with Bernie too. The new chopper kids undoubtedly are the Dyna and FXR kids. Right?
Yep.
And when it comes to those motorcycles, there's so many what we would consider bolt-on aftermarket parts. They've built a whole culture around customizing bikes with those. And it's not wrong to think that motorcycle is a custom bike also. You know what I mean? But
in that realm.
And in that regard,
area,
if you're going to build a bike like that, I believe you have to take the motor off the frame. You have to color coordinate the frame with the rest of the parts. You have to do suspension upgrades like, color corrected tubes. Like you have to do stuff to take it that next step.
And there's the big difference between custom motorcycle and chopper. And like we were talking about before, choppers are a whole new different story.
Oh yeah.
You guys back with us?
Down if you wanted to.
Yeah, right.
Chopper, bobber, like you can drill down so far.
We have you guys again?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So help us out here. We're having this conversation. This has been probably 2 years. There's been a big group of us having this conversation. And I'll tell you unashamedly, like it even went through the hamsters, where everybody is asking what actually is a custom anymore. Because I think we've got to a place today where it's not the same standard, chop it, rake it, everything that it was when we were younger.
Yeah.
What do you guys consider a custom?
I consider a custom everything that's completely off the original OEM bike and fabricated stuff. Like I said, you pick something that you have left over from somewhere and make something out of it. That's chopper building. Custom bike building. That's what I think. Buying different handlebars and put it on. It's an original bike with different handlebars, but not a custom bike.
Right.
Now, see, when it comes to, like I was saying a little bit ago about some of these kids with the Dynas and the FXRs that are putting the performance stuff together, or even the performance baggers, I think when you're taking all of the factory sheet metal off, you're putting carbon fiber back into place of the factory sheet metal, you're readdressing the hardware so that all of the stock hardware is gone, and you're doing 12-point stainless polished ARP hardware, you're doing color coordinated grips and pegs and suspension parts and everything. I think it becomes a different kind of custom.
That's newer. That's new.
It is, but I'm saying I don't think that it deserves the same kind of level of appreciation that somebody who is hand building everything and achieving it well.
100%.
But I do still believe that it's a custom motorcycle.
I can't say no on that, but I do agree with you. But then on the flip side of it, like we were just talking about. In all reality, there's a difference between a chopper and a custom, and a lot of people mold those two together, and you sort of get lost in the translation.
We got a lot of people making comments on this. A lot of people were agreeing with the chopper, hand-built. Lisa Bobo says, I think it's what you yourself came up with to totally change the bike and custom thoughts and uniqueness. People everywhere, custom falls under so many cultures. But I think what I was getting to...
It does, because you can have a chopper that's not custom. Like if you go back to the Big Dog era.
Yeah, factory custom.
The Iron Horse, those were factory choppers. That was, they were all cookie cutter. So that wasn't a custom, but it was a chopper. Right. So...
Oh my God. So to make one of those custom, you would have to stock it.
Wow.
All right, listen. So
you'd have to take you should have done that off.
What I was getting to when we lost you guys the last time, though, was just like us, Bernie, I can imagine it back in Germany, like where the custom thing started for, we might lose Heather.
Going down.
Where the custom thing started with, the late 60s, early 70s. I'm going to mute your mic for a minute. Late 60s, early 70s, where people were taking parts because there weren't aftermarket parts where you could buy a lot of shit. So they were taking fenders from Triumphs and BSAs and everything they could and making chopper parts out of them. And that's kind of where that movement started. I can imagine in Germany, you had a lot of the same challenges trying to figure out how to come up with parts to make a bike custom.
There you go. And then you took the parts, the fender and so on, and start chopping them. So there was not a lot. Then there was no aftermarket parts to get from the US. Yeah. So you had to come up with your own stuff. I see a couple pretty cool BMW choppers, actually.
Oh, dude.
Boxer motors and so on, like pretty cool stuff.
I've seen some really, really cool bikes done with that platform. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised how well people have carried that off, because that's, when you think about, like, for me, when I build a motorcycle, I think about the golden aspect ratio. So I'm real into the negative space and, like everything being balanced and right. And when you look at that BMW Boxer motor, you try to figure out how in the hell you would do anything to accept balance on that, right?
But it worked out pretty well. There's actually a company in Berlin, Germany. They made custom frames back then. AME, they still exist till today. And you could buy a custom frame. You tell them what kind of motor you wanted to put in there. It was Japanese motors. It was BMW motors, Triumph. They had the setups for everything that you wanted to put in it. And it was actually pretty cool. And it was difficult. So you have to pass the inspection, or this thing is just a paper.
Okay, so everybody on there is accusing us of going down a giant rabbit hole. Let's move over to Tommy for a minute. Tommy, you have more experience in the vintage end of things. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I collect, buy, sell, and vintage parts and motorcycles. Been involved in it for forever, and I guess it's just what I like. I like choppers. I like the vintage choppers, the old, CB 750 choppers from the 70s, and that style. And then old two-strokes. Them are my favorite. Things like that.
So in your pre-show, we sent out a questionnaire for all our guests to answer, and in your pre-show, I like the part where you said that you like the stuff that everyone else doesn't. What did you call it? The weird shit, or I forget what you said. But you like the not typical, the stuff that everybody's not collecting as far as the vintage crowd.
Yeah, it's just the stuff that everybody like to hate. I guess the redheaded stepchild of the Aeronauti, the toppers, and some of the Italian Harleys from the late 60s, early 70s. I collect and have restored, sold, bought, sell, and trade, and I love them. So the two smoke Harleys from the 70s. And some oddball Indians from the same time period.
No, I ran into Tommy, and I think it was it at Mama Tried where I ran into you with the Bad News Bear bike?
Actually, that was down at Warren's show.
Yeah,
down in Daytona.
Oh, that's right. It was Warren Lane's True Grit. And you know, anybody that was a child of 70s like knew that the coolest character from the movies back then was Kelly from the Bad News Bears. And that motorcycle right there, Tommy had a perfect restoration of one of those bikes and had, you know, all kind of literature and stuff with it. It was cool. It was cool as hell. But the real thing that we talked about is, as cool as Kelly was and that bike and everything, and him smoking a cigarette in his Little League outfit, the jacket, man, the jacket was the star. If you rocked a jacket like that, you were so badass in my high school. It was not even funny. That's awesome, though. And that's the kind of bike that you're talking about. But, you know, those are some of the coolest things, because motorcycles, like so many things, mark special times in our lives.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have always wanted to go back and get a hold of the mini bike that my bodyguard, I forget what that bike was, the one that the My Bodyguard kid rode in the movie My Bodyguard.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was like a little Harley or a little Indian or something he rode around on. But that's that time in my life you think about, right?
Absolutely. That opened up to a lot of other parts of that style, you know, little Bridgestones, Butacos, and I guess maybe the golden age of two-stroke dirt bikes, you know?
Yep. Yeah, buddy, and there was nothing like that. And, you know, even companies today, this is one, like, we started working with Spectre, oh, God, it has to be 20 years ago now. And when they first started coming around to the V-Twin thing, they were looking for all this, you know, how can we hook to make our V-Twin product? And I was like, why would you need to make a hook? You've been with us since we were kids.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because who doesn't remember that bottle of Golden Spectro and mixing up your own oil and, you know, hoping you didn't get the ratio so fat you wear out plugs.
Yeah.
But that was it, man. That was such a time. So Iron and Chrome Collective, tell me how you guys came up with this.
Well, here on the beach, we kept seeing, you know, of course, motorcycles that we like, vintage choppers. We'd see them around during the rally, but there was never a great show or a place that we selected and had anything done. So I had originally talked to Thunder Beach about doing a show with the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. But it didn't work out. So we just started doing some of our own smaller stuff here. And then finally got on with Thunder Beach and started doing this. It went over really well. It was, you know, accepted, and everybody loved it that came in and visited. We had a collection of all different styles of bike, from vintage to custom choppers, to some new bikes that were just rare, and then some custom built and vintage restored. It was just a nice mix of everything.
Yeah, I love the diversity. I love the diversity looking around the room. Like, believe it or not, even me, like, I look like a dirty old chopper fool, but seeing that Bimoto there and seeing this Indian that's on the screen right now.
The artwork on the walls.
Oh yeah,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
It's killer. You know, so you got some pretty cool names that are coming into this thing this year too, man. Talk about that a little bit.
So we have coming in a couple bike builders from here. Gordon, actually, that's hopefully watching. He's going to bring a new bike. Pineapple Customs is coming, bringing another bike. Finally, Barry Wardlaw's coming and bringing his wife's bike.
Vivian's bike, yeah.
That's
Get
so
slapped. It's going to be here.
So we're going to have
Wolf Customs.
We're going to have a couple race bikes out of all kinds of different spectrums of the race. A tracker, a dragster, a Bonneville bike, all kinds of cool things. So we have 81 coming from Georgia, Who else is coming?
Yeah, well, we have some, stuff out of private collections, some cool stuff that's rare. Of course, the my Bad News Bear bike, it's going to be here, and a bike that Bernie built as well.
Yeah, I bring my toxic waste, my shovelhead. That's the first Harley that I ever bought and the first custom bike that I ever built. It's going to be there. I built the thing in '96. And it's still riding like a champ every day.
Right on. So I'm super excited about this, but it looks like each bike might have a little plaque that tells a story on it. Is that what you guys do at the show?
Yeah. Every bike's gonna have a stand next to it that tells who owns it, who built it, a little story about it, how the whole thing came together, and so on. So. Pretty cool stuff coming up.
So here's what I'm going to offer.
Oh yeah, Chris, you have to do that for our bike. Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. I have it already. But here's what I'm going to offer every single person that has a bike in your museum. I'm offering them that we will sit and do a complete video interview and walk around for Cycle Source TV, and bring them all out. Not even just in the episode, because we're doing a full episode of event coverage from Thunder Beach, but we'll do these as individual bike features on our TV channel. So tell those guys, get ready, get their talking shoes on.
Oh yeah, fantastic. We'll be ready.
Right on.
That's great.
Yeah, you got to get
Chris, Milwaukee Mike wants to know if you remember the show in Boston when there was a perfect copy of the Goose from Mad Max and no one got it except you guys.
Yes, dude. Yes. And I love that. There was one year at when Mountain Fest was very, very young. It was only maybe third year in, and they did a whole special thing of what's his name, the Sportster. Oh, here we go again. Jesus Christ, it's happening again.
There was a lot of alcohol.
No, then came Bronson.
Oh, I do remember
There must
that.
have been 50 exact replicas of the Then Came Bronson, which basically I think it had a red tank and a little symbol on the tank. So it's not like it was that difficult, but everything else that came with it, they had Bronson outfits, and some guys put whole scenes together with their copy of the Bronson.
Yeah, with the bike. I do remember
I love
that.
shit like that. I absolutely love
That's
it.
That's awesome.
Because again, like you guys are doing it's marking that time in your life, right? When that TV show was on, it takes you right back to what you were doing, where you were at, the people you ran around with.
Yeah,
and I almost forgot we have Crazy Chuck coming too, and he's bringing his bike that he races in Daytona all the time with Sons of Speed.
Yep,
he's bringing Deliverance.
He's going to be around too.
He helps us every time. He's great.
I've actually gone neck and neck with Chuck on that motorcycle. He'll tell you that I cheat, but he's full of shit.
Oh, we know.
No, I love Chuck, man. I love him. He's crazy as bat piss. Yeah, so this is going to be a good time. It really is. You guys have some great stuff, and I'll tell you what. Like, as far as quality people, having Barry and Viv there, like, we got to interview her at Mama Tried with Bitch Slap, and I hadn't seen that bike forever, and like just the excitement was absolutely killer.
Yeah,
seeing everybody wanting to talk to her about that bike again, and see everything that was going on around it was bitching.
Yeah, Barry's history in himself.
I know, right?
Yep. I
just got a hold of Barry, by the way. I need information about what makes a Panster work, buddy. I'm in deep.
You say Barry might have to come visit. Is that what you just said?
Rob Nussbaum. I'm old enough to remember Then Came Bronson. I am.
Yeah, right?
Barry will never know what it meant to have him and be, contributing to this. I really appreciate it, and it's big. We're also going to have Bad Boy Barry, his guy holding up the flathead motor. He's going to be at the doorway to the museum welcoming everybody. If you guys have ever seen Bad Boy Barry, which I'm sure you have.
If you haven't, let me tell you about it. So somewhere, probably some late night of debauchery with these sons of bitches. Because if you've worked late with them, you know what happens. The shit hits the fan around midnight, 1:30 in the morning.
Everything goes south.
Can you do his whistle? Yeah.
Ha! But somewhere in the middle of the
love
night,
you, Barry.
they must have stole this Bob's Big Boy statue, and Barry took it and had a workshop flag or a rag painted in the back pocket, and like instead of having a burger up on the stand, he has a flathead motor, and just totally misappropriation of American culture and perversion. I love him.
Oh yeah, Barry's top of the line.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a legit place if you see Bad Boy Barry at the door.
Yep. So Becky Arling is asking us for the interview with Gypsy. It's not up yet. We're just about ready to release all the Mama Tried stuff, and as soon as we do, I'll for sure, because Gypsy's is going to be a standalone interview with her bike also.
Yes.
But there'll be clips in the full coverage. Right on. So looking forward to this, guys. This is gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
What is
Can't wait. Yeah, we're looking forward to it as well. The rodeo and all the biker games. So it's going to be great.
We need rodeo participants for sure.
Yes.
I don't want to. How did you, Bernie? How'd you say it? The Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
You can't. It's hard. It's harder to do road.
The Ferris wheel with the crazy lights on. If you can show up, do it. It's fine. I doubt it though.
Nope.
What's the dates? What is the dates for the event?
It starts on the 29th.
April 29th through May 3rd.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the biker games and stuff are on the 2nd, I believe, at noon sharp.
Yes.
And we also do a chopper ride-in where we get a bunch of the choppers together, ride into the event, and we're going to have a big gumbo feed for all the chopper riders.
Nice.
Yes.
And stuff, and they're going to get VIP parking around the outside of the museum as well.
Nice.
Right on.
The chopper thing and the good food.
We're bringing a chopper down just for that.
Yeah. Anything that gets me
Just so we can
gumbo.
part-
Yeah. Right.
We're going to bring an
I want to show up just for the food.
Right. Right.
Mark,
on.
you can come.
Well, listen, man. Hopefully we add to this thing. We're actually gonna try to either be there a little bit early or stay a little bit late and visit with you guys. We want to see some of the shops and stuff. Of course, we want to see all your bikes and as many of them as we can capture for this episode and also for the channel. We want to do that, but more than anything, we want to help you guys resurrect this part of Thunder Beach because from what you tell me, this is one of the most amazing places to have an event, and I have not yet personally been there, so I'm really looking forward to this.
It's a very cool place. Everything, just the sites that you have. If you can ride your bike on concrete road down the beach for, 18 miles or so,
Wow.
it's the best view you're going to have.
Oh, wow.
No shit.
Oh, right
You
on.
guys are going to have to hook us up with the must-dos while we're there.
Yep.
Yeah, we will. All the great places to eat, and there's some fantastic, beautiful beaches. Yeah, we'll show you around.
They keep bringing up food.
You might not believe this, but me and Mark are part of a very, very exclusive club of fat kids on patrol at the motorcycle rally, and I'm just saying.
Right there with you.
Yeah, I can.
The guys, some of the guys who run the Ride to Eat Club, they live right here in town, so there's plenty of stuff.
Right on. Yeah, I like me some good gumbo.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Right on. So listen, Heather's going to put the links up for you guys, but real quick, we're going to take you and show you. You can keep up with them at Ruthless Cycles USA. That's where you can find more out about Barry Sebesta and everything that he's doing. The two of them together, Iron and Chrome Collective, a museum on wheels. You can check them out on Facebook. We're going to be bringing you as much of this stuff as we can from this year's Thunder Beach. And hey, it is not too late to make plans. The end of this month, we're rolling into town, and we want to have bike games. We want to bring some more chopper culture. Come ride a motorcycle with us. Come ride a motorcycle. We're going to do the ride in. We're going to have the lunch. We're going to do some riding on the beach and stuff. Come hang out with us at Thunder Beach. and these guys.
All right, great. We're looking forward to that. Absolutely.
Like the world's most beautiful beaches is one of the signs that we have. Come and ride with us. Take a look at it. It's cool.
Right on. Well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for being here and for helping us out, getting ready for this thing too. I appreciate it.
Looking forward to it.
Right on. All right, man. We'll see you. We'll see you in Panama City.
All right.
See you soon.
See you guys.
All right, so hey, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network, and we got lots more left.
I've noticed that Radar said that he has to ask his fiance if he can go to Thunder Beach. Mm-hmm. Did she tell you you're not allowed to go to the smokeout?
What?
just asking for a friend.
Let's look at a new product. Bye, Radar. Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source TV, and this is your product spotlight. What's in the box? What's in the box? Today's product spotlight is on the Gasbox stainless steel air cleaner cover, and I'm super stoked about this. I'm excited to get this on my build, this year's Twisted Tea bike, the Great American Tea Machine. You can see it back here. That thing is going to be dope. This thing is for 1991 to 2022 Sportsters. It'll fit on 93 to 2006 Big Twins with CV carburetors. Made from stainless steel. Nice and small, tight little package. Nothing to get in the way of your leg or the rest of the way the motor looks. Like, that's what I like about these little air cleaners, is it doesn't block any of the view of what is one of the greatest features of the motorcycle, and that's the motor. Now you're going to say, all the way up to 22 Sportster, some of those are EFI. Check it out. EFI and the CV carburetor, same bolt pattern. Only thing is, with the CV carburetor, you're going to need a special bracket, which we happen to have here. You know the deal with that, the little breather bolts and the whole thing. But like I said, man, can't beat the way that looks. And this whole package, minus the bracket, $100. Only $100. There's that much in stainless there. Check them out today at lowbrowcustoms.com. Tell them the guys from Cycle Source TV sent you. This was your product spotlight.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of Shop Talk. You can tune into this show live every week on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, thanks to our sponsors: Dennis Kirk, Deadwood Customs, S&S Cycle, Cycle Stop USA, Drag Specialties, Twin Power, Clockworks, Law Tigers, Progressive Insurance, Mid-USA, Garage Build, Spectro Oils, Milwaukee Leathers, Tech Cycles, Twisted Choppers, Twisted Tea, Drag Specialties Seats, Iron Horse Saloon, Lone Star Rally, Paco, Toes Performance, and Stevenson Cycle. Thanks for tuning in to America's first and favorite two-wheel talk show, Shop Talk.
There's a place in Tennessee where the road leads to something real. This May, riders from all over the country roll into the legendary Loretta Lynn's Ranch for the Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival. 4 days of motorcycles, music, and the kind of freedom you can only find on two wheels. Nestled in the hollow of Hurricane Mills, you'll find racing, wild hill climbs up the Tennessee dirt, and when the sun gets hot, the legendary swimming hole will be waiting. And don't forget, Bling's BC Moto Invitational, with invited builders from all over the country, showcasing some of the finest custom motorcycles in the game. There's choppers, vintage iron, live music every night, camping under the Tennessee stars and miles of back roads begging for a quick ride. If you ride, build, or just love motorcycle culture, this is where you need to be. The Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival, May 14th through the 17th, 2026 at Loretta Lynn's Ranch, Hurricane Mills, Tennessee.
I'm Nick Trask, Trask Performance, and you're watching Shop Talk. The Thunder Beach Motorcycle Rally is coming to beautiful Panama City Beach April 29th to May 3rd. Feel the roar of thousands of motorcycles, soak up the sun, and enjoy sweet southern hospitality on the world's most beautiful beaches. Show off your ride in one of 11 bike shows for a chance to win thousands in cash and prizes. Plus, there's a used motorcycle tent sale, 5 vendor villages, and free entertainment. Thunder Beach awaits you. Visit thunderbeachproductions.com. Don't miss out.
Introducing Spectro Performance Oil's heavy-duty product line. Engineered not just for performance, but for endurance. Spectro offers leading engine, transmission, and brake fluid products, which are proudly made in the USA since 1966. Performance, reliability, quality, and tradition. Because every ride should feel as smooth as the first. Spectro Performance Oils.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. You are watching Shop Talk. I am Chris Callen with Cycle Source Magazine. I'm your host here on the Madhouse. That's 90 to 120 minutes, all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. And we've fit pretty much all of it tonight.
I want to know what happens after 9 o'clock in the trailer, Radar.
Yeah.
I'm a little, I think what we should, let's make her a promise that what we'll do is at 8:55, we'll send you out to pick a lock and we won't see you for like 2 days. So, I mean, if I want to know what happens in that trailer after 9 o'clock, I'm super curious.
Oh my God. Somebody asked, do we know that Spectro offers a complete oil change in the box kit? I know the answer to this question.
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
They do.
Well, look at that.
Heather, you're not talking.
You ever muted again?
I know. I bet you her earbuds went.
Sorry, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
No, I was trying to mute my microphone for when I was typing.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to that. I'm sorry. So I want to thank, we have a new sponsor since we did that sponsor role.
Yes.
That I just want everybody's attention. American Metal Whiskey.
Yes.
Has signed.
When are they coming on? When do they come? When do we get Josh Allison on this show? Because damn,
how come we haven't got any to try it?
That new bike that he did that we saw at Mama Tried was badass, and a totally great story.
Yeah, it was. I can't wait to do that. Yep. So yeah, American Metal Whiskey and American Metal Customs are new partners with Cycle Source, and we're super happy to have them on board with us. And Mark, I have a bottle of that whiskey in my house, but you can't have it. I'm sorry.
No, but I know a guy.
Real nice.
I know.
We know a guy.
I know a couple guys there now.
Well, I think I should get one.
So this is what happens as you get older, right? I would have killed to have Jack Daniels as a sponsor once upon a time. Now my friends are actually, they own whiskey companies. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't drink.
Right?
Yeah, this guy, Evan.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we may take a sip here and there once in a blue moon. But that doesn't mean I don't want to try it.
Not there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not hating.
What a person does in their own privacy is their business.
As soon as your door's closed, you knock yourself out.
Dude, what were we talking about with Seinfeld the other day?
I don't remember. See, what is this? What's this make me forget what we were talking about?
Something about Seinfeld. It was funny. It was me and him had a great time talking about it. That's all I can tell you. You know what time it is now, though?
Wow.
You know what time it is?
Oh boy.
I know what time it is.
Time for events with Heather.
Shop Talk is brought to you by Cyclefish.
Is it still sponsored by Cyclefish? I don't think so. Somebody needs to change that.
In the U.S.
One more week isn't going to hurt.
Oh my God, I'm totally not ready for the events.
Oh my God. Oh, real nice.
No, because Heather's not in this studio. Don't bust my balls. Son of a bitch. Well, let's see.
Can we just talk about it?
Well, Heather can start.
Do you want me to just wing it?
You can start talking about them, and I'll let me see. So
I think if I have this right, first up is Hogs for Hope in Yonkers, New York, supporting the Ronald McDonald House, hosted by Matt, our very own Mad Stewart. Ken Geiger is one of the driving forces behind that. So Hogs for Hope, check that out. That's April 26th. Okay. Following weekend, you're going to find us and hopefully yourselves at Thunder Beach Motorcycle Rally in beautiful Panama City Beach, Florida, where on May 2nd, Cycle Source will be doing the inaugural, first ever Cycle Source and Motorcycle Road.
Yeehaw!
At Frank Brown Park, $100 cash in each event, and a championship belt on the line.
What kind of championship belt? What are you talking about? That's craziness.
Like one of those big old WWE honking, like, look at me belts.
Wow.
That's cowboy shit right there.
Well, is it Jeff Fording cow belt or is it belt
So
buckle?
Jeff Fording, if you're watching.
Well, it'll be tomorrow morning or so. So we're going to get
What are you shaking your head about?
I'm going to get a phone call.
Huh?
I mean, we can make it a belt like that. I can
You
change,
just said
I can
belt,
change it.
and I thought about Jeff walking up there, but the smoke out with his belt buckle showing up before he did.
He was so proud of that damn
Those belt
buckle.
buckles were awesome.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, we got them again this year.
Yeah, they're cool.
All right, moving on.
Yep.
I'm ready
and
now.
we're having a little mini one for the mini bikes.
I'm ready now.
Oh, now you're. Well, I already did that one.
Chop Suey.
Chop Suey 3 put on by our friends at Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, Myrtle Beach Bike Week. At Barnacle Bills, May 15th, 11 to 4. They have the coolest awards. They found these cool antique toasters.
I know. I wish I had a picture of it here.
Toaster. It's so cool.
Like the stand-up time, Mark. You know that you folded the doors open.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
TMMR, Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival, and beautiful Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, May 14th through 17th, 2026. Be there or be there.
Yep. What happened? There it is. You can see us here.
Yes, you will be able to see us here. The Black Hills Motorcycle Show, May 23rd at the Deadwood Mountain Grand? Deadwood Mountain Grand.
That sounds right.
The 23rd.
I like it.
We'll be there.
Let's go with that.
We'll be there. You should be too.
East Coast
13th
FXR
annual East
Jam.
Coast FXR Jam at the Blackthorn Resort. You should go. I'm hoping we might go. It looks like a dang good time.
Dan Gafford said he got one of
Can
those
we borrow an
toasters.
FXR?
Yeah, as many cool FXRs we built. Damn it. Party at the Pen. Let's talk
Party
about
at
this.
the Pen.
Let's get into it now. Mark?
Yeah.
We're taking
at
the
the Pen?
Panhead chopper to Party at the Pen.
That should be an entertaining event.
It's going to be the first time that Chris actually holds up that little identifier sign and doesn't have to stay in.
Hey. That was some bullshit right there.
Funny guy.
Okay, moving on.
I mean, Motoblot, June 19th through 24th at Bridgeport, Chicago.
Were you just going to make hard hands?
Hard hands?
No.
Oh,
No, you were holding up your sign.
I was going to punch
You're
you in the toe.
experienced.
I'm
No.
experienced.
Spirit.
Motoblot.com, check it out. It's a great show.
Now, see, that just proves that she doesn't have experience, because if she did, she'd know they don't let you touch the sign.
Oh, that's right. Don't touch the sign.
They don't? How do you hold it?
They hold
I
it.
don't understand.
Well,
they hold it.
Oh. What? I don't know.
Smoke out.
Rally 2026, September 10th through 13th, Salisbury, North Carolina. Get your early bird ticket so you can get a chance to win that motorcycle.
That picture cracks me.
Not the one that Bill Dodge is riding. The one at the bottom.
No.
Well, the one Bill Dodge is riding
the one
is
at
the
the bottom.
cartoons. If you can win the
The
cartoon,
Heritage.
that'd be super awesome.
Right?
That picture of Bill's fantastic.
I know. I love it. That's Squindo, boy.
Squindo
kills
nailed it. He's so awesome.
So Bagger Baiter
Squindo,
says,
if you're watching, we love you.
Bagger Baiter says TMMR needs a new name. Probably not going to happen. They've invested quite a lot of money into that one.
Yeah, why do they need a new name?
I think they're kind of fond of that name.
Let's see. Milwaukee
Why do they
Mike.
need a new name?
Yeah, I want to know why they need a new name.
Milwaukee Mike Johnson. Yeah, tell us, Dan. Or
Yeah, I'm curious.
Milwaukee Mike Johnson. Don't forget the 3 MKE June events. Hang on, damn it. Beer City Cycles show 90th anniversary of the Knucklehead and Wild Ones weekend at the HD Museum. Somebody please get us flyers for those events, because unless we have a flyer, we can't read it on the show.
Mike said he's got us covered. He'll get it for us next week. Rob Nussbaum, Oli is coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
James
Bagger
Kaysen,
Baiter.
I can make that in Ohio or Chicago. He's in the middle of both. That's
Right on.
perfect. So like they're two very
Bagger-baiter.
different vibes. Like Chicago Motoblot is like mods and rockers, and Party at the Pen is choppers and stuff.
What?
Chris, did you do that video?
What video?
No, not yet.
Oh, you
So,
knew which one I was talking about.
There's a guy that we watch religiously who is a high school teacher, but he's a high school coach. You know the coach you had in high school that they gave like the one class.
Also your history teacher.
Yeah. Other than like gym class, he was in charge of all the gym classes. But other than that, they would give him one class like history or civics. You know what I mean? Just to legitimize him as a teacher. Well, this guy is that teacher, right? And he started an Instagram and TikTok page, and it is the funniest shit you will ever see. And all he does is read letters from parents, and he doesn't comment about them. He doesn't answer them. He doesn't do anything. He just reads the letter. So he starts off and he goes, "Letters I received from parents, part 2." And he'll read like 3 letters, right? And the crazy shit that these people say to him, it's insane. So Heather has been after me now. We're up to like part 29 with this guy, right? And Heather's
letters
after me.
to the editor.
She's like, "You have got to do letters that we got from readers, part 2.
That would be good.
He's got to.
Dude.
But the thing about the school teacher one is I am more sure now than ever that we are doomed. We are just completely doomed.
The letters are the craziest shit. So listen.
What is the rubric for a star achiever for a sticker?
Mark, that's one of the letters. He said, "Dear Coach Phillips, my daughter came home today and told us that she received a great job star on her report. She said that Kelsey in her same class got superstar. We would like to know what rubric you use to separate great job from superstar so that we may adjust our daughter's star trajectory."
Sticker trajectory.
Trajectory.
God. Oh yeah, people were after.
There was one wonder what the wind policy was.
Yeah, because it was windy outside. Their kid came home with messy hair, and they want to know how much is too much wind for kids to have to go outside.
What they should start teaching is a thick skin class.
Oh, no
for
shit.
Christ's sake.
Oh, so bad.
It's horrible.
All right, so what was I just going to talk about? This is the day of forgetting shit. Oh, I wanted to go back to Bagger-baiter. Actually came up with a great alternative name, the Hurricane Mills Rally. That would be bitchin'. That's a great name.
But I'm curious why he thinks they need to change it.
He said it's too long.
Well, that's why TMMR.
And hard to remember.
So TMMR.
TMMR.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I sort of
like
get.
If you.
I sort of get that it's long if you word it out, but TMMR just has a killer flow to it.
Just remember, free beer tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
But I think I don't think many people actually ever say, "I'm going to Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival."
Oh, no.
It's just
TMMR.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Jim Grady, you and me both.
Yeah, we're all glad we grew up in the 70s. All right, man. So listen, it's been a great show. Thanks again to the Iron and Chrome Collective guys. Can't wait to hang out with
felt like
Bernie.
Ollie was on the show. Every
I
time
know,
I
right?
talk. It was pretty awesome.
And dude,
super cool.
Bernie was kind of tame tonight. I'm surprised because we were talking on the phone. He was fired up about the bikes that he wants to see at the Thunder Beach and the bikes that are there, and
what's cool. They're trying to suck choppers into that. Make it a little bit different. I like that.
It is.
They're trying to suck choppers in.
No, they are. I mean, you can only see so many backers.
All they need is a white van that says "free chopper parts."
Yeah, right.
Gets me every time. So, all right, man.
Yep.
So listen, until next week when we come back with more of the same shit we scooped together here in an exciting new package with some different names.
And a bow.
Be nice to each other. Get out in the garage. Get your motorcycle ready because it's time to ride. We will see you back here next week. Same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
It's been goddamn fun, Felicia.